Hello everybody and welcome back to a very exciting episode of the Save Slot Through Gamescast. I am your host, EOF Gizmo, joined this week by Massive Das.
Hello everyone.
And Xbox Live's CW Lanky.
Hi Dave.
Boys, it's not E3, but it is also E3.
It's still E3 to me, god damn it.
Yeah.
I love it.
The only thing with it not being like E3 now is obviously you have lots and lots of shows, where back in the day you had less shows.
Those shows would have been in booths that no one went to. That's what it would have been, Pengi.
Yeah.
Well, no, so what we're going to do today is we're just going to go through the Summer Games mess. We're not going to bother doing what we've been buying, playing, all that jazz. We'll do that on the next episode, potentially after a Nintendo Direct on Tuesday, which will get announced 2 seconds after I upload this to YouTube. So, without further ado, we know when we get showcases, there's only one man we can speak to, and that's, of course, Mr. Craig Warren. Craig, start us off with the Sony State of Play.
Yeah, we'll start with State of Play, which is Tuesday. It was the one that kicked it all off, right? 10 o'clock, real time. And boys, we started off with Marvel's Wolverine, which was the extended gameplay trailer, which is what they'd already said was going to be there. And it looked absolutely fucking fantastic, I thought, boys. I thought this looked amazing. They've already shown bits and pieces of this before, right? But I think this is the first time we see like a level in flow together. It looked brutal. It looked very stylish. And the environments looked incredible. The fact that he was throwing people at these bloody stones and the stones just bouncing all over the place. He threw someone at a forklift at one point, right? He got impaled on the forklift.
He's not even forklift trained.
Yeah, reminded me of Bulletstorm, Dave. Remember that?
Oh god, great!
Spiky things.
Great game.
Yeah, great game. But Pengi, what did you think of Marvel's Wolverine?
Oh yes, it looks very good. Obviously saw other X-Men characters, including Ray, Mystique, and Sabretooth, but apparently the X-Men don't exist in this world. So
not yet.
Like why they all got their costumes and stuff? Like, that's the question I want to know. And how does Wolverine know Jean Grey and all that stuff? So yeah. And they also said it's a linear, like level-based game, not open world or anything like that, which kind of makes sense because obviously the trailers we have seen where it's in different locations and seemingly different time periods as well. But I don't know, maybe a little open world so you could drive around on the motorbike or something. But it might have been cool.
Yeah, maybe a little hub world or something for you, Pengi.
Yeah.
What about you, Dave? Did you look at Marvel's Wolverine?
Yeah, I thought it looked good. It's a Spider-Man game with Wolverine combat, which isn't a bad thing. Yeah, it's an Insomniac game. It looks good. It's one of those. It's difficult for me because I'm really burnt out with Marvel, so I'm kind of like Pengi said, the questions of the story are interesting-ish, but they're not as interesting as a game. We'll talk about later. But yeah, I think it looks good. It will be as good as they all are, right? You can rely on Insomniac to nail whatever they do. So I'm sure this will be one of the many good games coming in September, as we're going to talk about throughout.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's the first time I'd be saying this is coming out in September, boys, which will not be the last time I'll be saying that.
Yeah. Any listeners, take a shot every time Craig says September.
Absolutely.
Legally, we can't tell them to do that, Pengi. It's a lot of booze.
Yeah, that's a lot.
After that, we had Marvel Token Fighting Souls was shown again.
Yep.
I believe we got the release date, which we didn't know before, which is August 6th, apparently. And they showed off some new characters as well, which is Green Goblin, Carnage, Doctor Doom. And these are from the Knights of Doom, I think, right?
Yeah. So
that's their wrestling stable.
Yeah.
So if you pick any 4 characters you pick, they're showing them as groups, but any 4. So I could pick Spider-Man, Doctor Doom, Carnage, and Venom. Your team is then given a name.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
You got a team name.
Yeah, so you're given a team name, no matter who you pick, but they've been showing them as teams like this Knights of Doom.
Interesting.
They did it in Marvel Rivals, right? I'm pretty sure that's.
And they got one. And they got one team left to show. Well, 4 more characters, I guess, to show.
Yeah. I'm guessing this sold you on it even more, right, Pengi?
Yeah, because they did seem to show a bit of the story stuff, I believe, in this. I might be wrong. So that's something that gets me keen. And obviously I could play it on my Flex Strike, which is also coming 6th of August.
Which they didn't show.
Nice.
Weirdly.
No, They did
Oh,
show
you
all
are
that
getting the flex
before.
strike now, Pengi.
No, I was just saying I could.
Oh,
So you are getting.
I got excited then.
They showed all that before this State of Play, which I think is a good thing, because then you're taking up time with a flex strike, a monitor, and some speakers again.
Absolutely. I couldn't care less, Dave. Could you care less?
I think I care less than less. Actually, I think this looked so
Really?
okay. I played the beta. It was fine, but yeah, no, not gonna do anything for me, Craigo.
One that I do care about though, Rayman Legends Retold was announced. I think that this kind of leaked before. Is that?
Mhm.
I
It was
feel
I
even
hadn't
so.
seen
the
any of these
Xbox
leaks,
Store
so
or
it was
something.
great for me because I had no idea. This looks absolutely brilliant. I love Rayman Legends back in day. I thought the new art style looks pretty cool. Obviously, it's voice acting, all that jazz. Now there's some new stuff they've added with the 3D stuff as well. Some dragon riding in there as well, I believe. But yeah, I thought this looked really cool. It'd be interesting to see if people whine about some of the stuff they've added, like the new art style and the voice acting or not. But you know, I don't see how it's going to take anything away unless it's particularly bad. But we will see. But yeah, I thought this looked absolutely brilliant. What about you, Dave? Did you like a bit of Rayman?
I do like a bit of Rayman, Craigo, as you know. But yeah, I think this looked really good. I like the new art style. The old style is also good, but I like the new art style because it's a bit different, and it's good to see Rayman back. After this, they did say, after this show, that they've added a whole new world that wasn't in. They've changed. Yeah, they've changed the structure, so it's kind of like got a story that goes through it instead of just picking levels in a portal. And you get the entire of Rayman Origins remastered, including the Vita levels that were only in the Vita and the Vita collectibles as well. So that's bundled all in together for £35, Craigo, which is not bad at all.
Bargain.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, that is a good price, and obviously it's Ubisoft, so Ubi Plus. When's this actually coming?
October 1st.
That's so close. No, I was just thinking if it was like August, try for a month, play Assassin's Creed and Rayman. What a £10 that would have been.
Absolutely. Did you like look at this, Pengi?
That's looked good. Legends was great anyway. Played it on the Wii U and a bit on the Vita. Obviously, it was designed for the Wii U in mind, with the gamepad and stuff. Then obviously got ported to everything. Yeah, it was a very good title on that, and always looked good because of the art style. I never played a huge amount of Origins, but it's good that it's in there. But yeah, retold and stuff. It's interesting they've gone back to Legends again. It's like, I think most people would say that is the best Rayman game, but you think maybe like, why this one? Why not Rayman 1 or a whole new Rayman game or whatever? Because it looks pretty much like a whole new Rayman game, obviously being all 3D and stuff like that now. So
Yeah, absolutely. I guess this is I don't know if this is a test the water sort of thing, see how this does, and then if it does okay.
Yeah, because Rayman and Assassin's Creed are going to save Ubisoft.
Hopefully. After that, we had Bancho the Chef, which is a sequel, Dave the Diver. A prequel, sorry, to Dave the Diver. I couldn't care less. I can't imagine any of us are going to care less, but it could be one for Fantasy next year, right?
Well, it's got no date at all, I don't think, but yes, it could be. It could be one. But then if it's completely changed genre and art styles and stuff, who knows?
Yeah, but you know what people like. Once they're in love with like a studio like that, they just.
Oh, see, I don't know if people do love this studio, remember? Because all the hub a few years ago, but yeah.
After that, we had Kimuri Hunt the Unseen, which was the like co-op-y, flashy-looking action game, right? Where they were running up walls and stuff like that. And this is from the woman from Tango Gameworks.
Yes.
Who? Why do we know this woman? Why are people?
Because she went on stage once and did a little dance.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And
That's
yeah,
cool.
and she even in the trailer she does like the little dance and shows like fan art of her doing the little dance. So there you go.
Oh, lovely. Good.
Yeah.
I didn't think this looked that great. I'll be honest with you. This was like one where I was like, oh, I don't know if I need to play that one, but I don't know if you felt any differently, Pengi.
I quite like that. It depends how much single player / co-op of it. It's like if you have to play it, like co-op to get like the full experience and stuff, maybe it's not for me. So like, especially it's free player co-op, and like to drag both of you to play it and stuff like that. If it's 2 player, we've obviously done that with like Little Nightmares and Reanimal and stuff. But if it's got a decent story of a single player content, then possibly, because the whole yokai world and stuff is quite interesting, which obviously she seemingly likes, because that's what she did with Ghostwire Tokyo as well. That was the whole sort of premise of that as well. So
Yeah. What about you, Dave? Did you like the look of Kimuri?
No, I thought I think it looked like absolute Japanese slop to me. It's just too much going on. No real. It's just flashy with no substance, I think is the way I would describe that trailer. But yeah, not for me, Craig. Not for me at all.
It's kind of how I felt, but I am willing to be proved otherwise if it does come out and look good. After that, we had Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis. And Dave, I feel like this is one that you may be spicy about.
No, I just don't. I don't feel good about it. It just doesn't look. Whenever they show it, they never show actual gameplay, and then you see a snippet of gameplay, and it just looks kind of like the old gameplay. And I don't mean like the 2018 games, like the 1997 games. I don't know. There's something off about it that I can't quite place, and it just doesn't look like an actual video game. It's weird. Like, it looks very pretty to look at, but then you look deeper into the actual bits that look like gameplay. It just doesn't. I don't think it looks very good, to be honest with you. But what about you guys?
See, I kind of like the vibes of this, and I'm hoping it's maybe a little bit more of that old school, old-fashionedy bits. Obviously, not too much, because I know those games probably have not aged well at all. I am hoping it's a little, it feels different to the modern ones. It's got its own.
It just needs that. It needs a gameplay demo. It's like watch someone play it for 10 minutes, and I think then we'll be able to know if it's going to be good or not.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Pengi? Do you believe in Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis?
it looks okay. It's not one. It's like February. If it was nothing else coming out in February that we know about now, maybe. But I don't know. I think, like Dave, there's something a little bit off about it. Not sure what really what it is, and obviously technically got delayed from from this year to next year now. But that might be a good thing, considering how the end of the year is pretty stacked. I do wonder how it affects the new game, because that was supposed to be 2027. If that's still 2027 and it's like October, or if that's got moved into like February 2028 now.
God knows. But after that, we saw some dinosaurs in Tomb Raider. Maybe we saw some more dinosaurs in the Lost Wild. True Fear is Primal. Apparently, is the subtitle for that.
I think it is just called the. No, it does seem to have a subtitle.
Yeah, it does. It says so right here, Pengi. I can see
Yeah.
it. This is apparently from being published by Annapurna.
We love Annapurna.
And I thought this looked pretty cool. It was a bit like Alien Isolation, but with dinosaurs-y sort of stuff going on there. Like, were you like trying to hide from them or like sneak around them, maybe? But it had some cool looking vibes, and apparently that is for next year. So it's one I feel like we'll see.
First shown back in 2022. I can't remember this. There was a Jurassic World Park one, or Jurassic World. It's called Jurassic World or Park Survival or something, which Saber Interactive are making, and that's what I thought this was when this was first shown. And it's like, oh no, 2 studios are doing like exactly the same game.
Absolutely. Obviously, looks a lot more ambitious for Annapurna, which is something I think we're seeing more and more from them nowadays. Did you like the look of it, Pengi?
Yeah.
Good. And what about you, Davey? Do you like big, feathery dinosaurs?
No, it didn't look like anything that would interest me, Craig. I actually forgot it got announced. I had to look at the video, and I was like, oh, it's the not Jurassic Park game.
Yeah,
absolutely. It didn't look like anything for me.
I think this one does look better of the two, because I just went and watched the Jurassic Park one, and this one does look better, but obviously that trailer is older for the Jurassic Park one.
Yep, next up we had a little delay announced for Phantom Blade Zero. It's going from September 9th to October 29th. So that's moving back a little bit. And they announced that they're going to have their own show somewhere along the lines, right?
Yeah, in late summer.
So you can look forward to that, Pengi.
I hope there's a demo.
There you go. Hopefully there's a demo for you. After that, we had Dune Awakening. None of us care.
No.
But what we do care about is Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered, boys.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
coming October 1st, 2026. This looked better than it had any right to be.
They've
I
had-
thought the graphics on this looked great. I was like, what the hell is this? Is like a remake, not a remaster, isn't it? Or did Dynasty Warriors just look great all the time? I don't know.
It's always been good cricket. They've actually adding content. They're adding quite a lot of content as well, which they did. They had sort of said afterwards, like a whole new section, and it's also coming to Switch too. So you can play it in bed if you want.
Hell yeah. And yeah, I thought it looked good. I was kind of surprised they did 3, not 4, because I feel like 4 is the one that everyone.
Well, they
kind
could do
of
3 then 4 cricket.
Yeah, maybe.
I think did they say 3 was the first? Because I'm sure Dynasty Warriors 2 was the first one that had the Muso formula.
Yeah, it
I'm
was.
sure they said. I think they said something like this is the first one with that formula, because obviously the first Dynasty Warriors was a fighting game. So that's how I took it. They're doing 3 because it was the first one, even though it's.
I think 2 was more of a beat 'em up. I mean, obviously 3 is a lot better than 2, right? That's probably why.
Yeah, I feel like they probably skipped 2 for a reason there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was not what people remember.
3 was probably the best selling one. I would probably hazard a guess.
Yeah, absolutely. After that, we had No Rest for the Wicked is coming to consoles or just PlayStations? I can't remember.
Consoles.
So PS5 and PC 1.0 on October 1st. It's been on PC for ages, where it's 25 quid at the moment in early access in the sale. So
Pengi, if anyone's going to play this, it's going to be you. Are you going to play this?
I don't know, because October is very that for games as well, and it's that first week of October being the first, so it's still going to have a carryover from September. And I haven't bought it on PC as of yet, which it is cheaper because it's early access, and then normally goes up in price when it's full release. So if I think I was going to buy it or play it, it would be soon, and I haven't done it.
Yep.
And then obviously it's coming later to Xbox and Switch 2. But from their Discord, I think it's coming to Switch 2 the next, and then Xbox after that, sort of thing. Again, it could be one maybe decent on Switch 2 in handheld and stuff like that. Although I've got for people, a lot of people play it on like deck and stuff, sort of thing. Like it is a Diablo type thing, so.
Yeah, they're complaining about the Series S. That's the thing, the devs, even though it's on Steam Deck now. So I don't know how it would not run on a Series S.
Yeah, they put a whole rant on Discord about Xbox. It's mean studios.
Yeah, I think they just salty. Like from a developer standpoint, there's no way that you can make it run on a Steam Deck and not on a Series S. Trust me, there's no way. So fuck knows what they're moaning about. But it doesn't look very good anyway, Craigo. So don't worry about it.
No, not one I've ever.
IGN gave it a 7 in early access, so it can't be that great.
Personally, after that we had Onimusha, Way of the Sword, which we've seen 6,000 times before.
No, this is only the 5th trailer. It says it's the 5th trailer. You just see the other trailers all 20 times.
Absolutely. We finally got a release date, and you guessed it, it's in September.
I know.
But there is also
Go on.
a demo that is now live to check out. Pengi, have you checked out said demo?
Yes, I have played the demo. And
Was
the
it
demo
good?
It is good. It is pretty good. It's got it took me a while weirdly to get used to it because it uses face buttons for combat and like every game.
I'm back
now,
in. I'm back in. Face buttons.
No, but-
I'm all in.
Yeah, but like every game now uses the triggers. Like one of the games I'm currently playing, it's using the triggers to, slash an axe and defend on the shield. And this is like every time I was trying to block a shield, I really wanted to play. I was pressing L1. It's like it's not L1, it's square. That is the block button. But yes, what I did play was fun. It's about half an hour demo. Yeah, so. You guys should check it out. It isn't one that carries over. You just like put it into a level or whatever. There's some unlock that you get if you've played the demo into the main game. I don't know, like a coloured sword or something. I can't remember exactly what it is. But yeah, it might be worth checking out just in case you did also think it's a bit too soulsy or something from the trailers. It isn't really. The boss was hard. That was in the demo, but yeah, it's not really.
Good.
What about you, Dave? Have you tried the demo?
No, I haven't downloaded. I'll try it at some point. But yeah, I'm glad to know it's face buttons. I hate that everyone copies Souls games and puts them on the bumpers. I hate using the top buttons for those type of games.
Yeah, it's just it's weird because like everything used to use face buttons and then Souls, and now it's like it seems odd. It's now that like I'm so used to having those things. I guess playing Souls games, but other like you said, action adventure sort of combat games also do that now.
Yeah, but
I expect there's an option in the menu to change it to.
yeah. Capcom usually saves us, right? So this is what they're for. What about you, Craig? You're a new Capcomite. How do you feel about Onimusha? You can give it a go?
Yeah, I'll give the demo a go. I can't tell you a single thing about the trailer because I just shut off now whenever I see an Onimusha trailer because we've seen way too much of it. But I will definitely give the demo a go, maybe closer to release, and see if I want to give it a go or not. Then after that, we had Silent Hill Townfall, boys. Silent Hill Scotland. Which looked very good again, and that finally got a release date as well, and you guessed it, it is September.
The day before Onimusha.
Yeah, which is
a decision that someone's made.
Yeah. Another Silent Hill game. They are pumping them out at this point, but I thought this looked.
Konami have said they want to make Silent Hill annualized. Well, at the moment, it's kind of worked. Obviously, Silent Hill short messages wasn't great, but since then it's kind of worked. And obviously, they have had different devs do all of them. And I said, if Townfall's had 3 years of development and they started everything, it's just when the devs are got to be told to hurry up or something. That when it could be a problem, or you're Silent Hill out.
Yeah, obviously they've seen the success of Resident Evil, haven't they, for the last...
Which is basically annualized as well now, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. So, let's see how that goes, but this continues to look good. Obviously not at all for Dave.
And it's a bit of a budget title. It's £45.
Love that for them.
Yeah.
After that, we had Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thief, which got a release date, October 2nd. We've seen this quite a few times over the last week. This is the first time we saw it over this weekend. And it looked really good again. It looks great. I don't know if it'll be hard as dicks or what the Ace Combat games are, but I thought it looked very good and quite interesting. Pengi, are you an Ace Combat veteran?
I'm not really an Ace Combat veteran. I have dabbled with them on early PS2 and stuff like that. But this one does look good. Obviously, for me, they're now going we've got a cinematic story and you've got all these cutscenes and they're talking about how you used to fire on the target and you had to be exact to go damage. Whereas now it's if you hit the other plane anywhere, you do damage, which actually makes more sense, doesn't it? If I hit a plane in the left wing, it's going to do damage to the plane, sort of in it. So yeah, it looks like it's more appealing to me. Also, Craig, if you pre-order it, you get Ace Combat Zero, the Vulcan War, an extra game, but you also get the game early, which is also September, which is the 28th of September or something like that.
Why wouldn't it be? What about you, Dave? Are you going to take to the skies?
No, my only thing that's amused me is the little pink-haired woman has become everyone's new favorite anime crush. But
first.
Yeah, but yeah, not for me, Craig. What about you?
We'll see. It looked pretty cool, but we'll see closer to said time. After that, surprise ones, boys. I don't think any of us were expecting. We got Stuntman Hollywood, which looked very cool. Some Fast and the Furious in there. There was, I think, Knight Rider was in there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Back to the Future, that was in there as well. I feel like Stuntman's a series that I might have played around people's houses every now and again back in the day. I don't know how good or bad they were overall, but this looked like quite a cool concept. Davey, did you like Stuntman back in the old days, and are you excited for a new Stuntman?
I did enjoy it back in 2007 on the Xbox 360, and yeah, this looked good. It was a good trailer. The gameplay looked good. The sort of having the licenses looks cool. So yeah, this is one of my highlights actually, Craig. I was quite impressed, quite pleased to see it.
Yeah, we like a random little announcement out of this every now and again, don't we? Pengi, you gonna go stunt manning?
It depends when it's out, how much, and stuff like that. The last one, Dave was right, was 19 years ago. So what series to bring back? I didn't play the 360 one. I don't think I played it on the PS2. I played the original Xbox. It's on the original Xbox, Dave. I'm sure it must have been.
Yeah, I feel like it was.
Yeah, I played it then, so which is even further back. Yeah, there's like finding like high score chasing sort of games. Like you get a level and it's like do this stunt and you gotta get your car. A bit like I guess for Forza Horizon, you know, like the jump things. Like get it this far and you get 3 stars and stuff like that. Obviously, you're gonna do it in cool different movie locations and stuff. It seems so.
Absolutely. And then we got another look at Ill, which we've seen before. Last time it was the weird, like, wet, bold enemy things, right? Whereas we saw some more wet, bold enemy things. They were getting shot the hell out of in this trailer. They were breaking all over the place, and very gory. Looked pretty cool, I thought. Obviously not one for Dave, being a horror game. But Pengi, did you like a look at the old Ill again?
No, it doesn't really do anything for me.
No? Sometimes.
No.
They tried.
No.
I thought it looked pretty cool. No release date or anything like that. And then something we did get a release date for. It was Control Resonant, which we've seen a bit like Onimusha 7 trillion times before. And at this point, the trailer's just... I am almost just not paying attention, but we did get the release date, boys, and guess when it's coming out? It is September. Of course it is. September the 24th.
Which is the same day as Silent Hill and the day before Onimusha.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, we have a release date now for this, and it's coming out at the same time as everything else, but it continues to look really good. Pengi, you like Control?
Yes.
Do you
I
like
do like
Control
Control.
Resonant?
I do like the Control Resonant and like all the different vibes and stuff it's going with melee combat now over the pistol and stuff like that. The problem is the release date, isn't it? Like even me that buys everything and plays everything, I'm like, I can't play this Silent Hill and Onimusha. And Onimusha, I
you
know.
can. 2 days each. Boom. Smash them out.
Silent
Easy.
Hill eventually will be quite short, I expect. But like Onimusha, like it's Capcom. I know that's going to be at the worst an 8 out of 10, most probably even pushing a 9 out of 10 sort of thing. That's going to be great. Silent Hill is Silent Hill. I like that series and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, I do worry about Control Resonant. So I think people even like me, it's like, oh, that's just such a bad release time. Again, I think it's 40. I think this might be 50. So it's got this price point maybe good, but like Onimusha I think is like 65 quid, so
Yeah, I feel like you just need to get the calendar out, Pengi, get some colour coordination going on, work out exactly which days you're playing which games ahead of time, and you'll be absolutely fine. You can get them all bought, sold.
You need like all the links for all the games and stuff like
You
right?
can have them
Like,
listed on eBay before you've even arrived. It could be glorious, right?
yeah, like Silent Hill,
Dave,
6 hours. That's right.
Control Resonant. I don't know if you've even played Control. So if you particularly care too much.
I've played about
look it
20
up.
minutes of Control, but I have finished Alan Wake.
There you go.
Yeah, it looks good. I think, like you said, it feels like it's been sent to die in September 2026. But yeah, it's one of those games that I think it looks really, really cool, but because of where it is in the calendar, it's hard to get excited for it because you're just like, I'll just wait for that to go on a service or a sale at this point, because how many games? Is it 20, 30 games at this point between like September 3rd and October 10th or something stupid? So
Yeah, and obviously if Nintendo, you know, they haven't had their thing yet. If they put at least, let's say they just put one game in that month, that's still one extra game. You know, it's going to be like Fire Emblem, something pretty good. So.
indeed.
After that, we had Marathon Season 2. I thought this was a dreadful trailer. I thought this was an incoherent mess where they were just cutting
That's
between.
Marathon.
That's
Yeah,
Marathon.
just cutting between clips of poorly lit where you couldn't really see what was happening.
Well, that's the new night level for night
I'm
march.
not. Like. I know people like this art style. I was looking at this like. I don't even know if I like the art style. It just looks vulgar and shit to me. I don't know. This like. If you're trying to save Marathon, I thought this trailer looked bloody awful. To be honest with you, bloody awful. Um, Pengi, you bought Marathon.
Yes,
You tried. Is this going to bring you back?
I did play on this day. I couldn't see clearly because it was obviously a night map. I played Marathon Season 2. I did a couple of runs in the new mode as well. They've now done because obviously it's PVE, no PvPvE because of the distraction shooter and stuff like that. It's just PVE and sort of thing, but you had more enemies on the map, and obviously some of the harder like general type ones and stuff like that. And sort of things. Did play some of it, so yeah. But how much more I will play, I don't know. We want to see, like, I guess, see more the content and stuff drop with season 3, season 4, etc. If we get that far.
That doesn't sound promising. Dave,
It continues to
are
look
you
terrible. That's I don't
are
know
you
what
gonna
I know what you want me to
get
say.
that free copy off your mate on the or whatever it is now? Is that to make you rush out to get the free copy?
No, I think there's a reason this game has sold Kirby Air Riders numbers, but on 3 platforms. It looks awful. It looks terrible.
It does. This was such a bad trailer. After moving on, we had RuneScape, Dragon Wilds, none of us care. But what we might care about is Until Dawn 2 was announced. It's coming 2027, and this is obviously a different studio to who made the original. This is Fire Sprite.
Yes.
Which is that one of the newly acquired PlayStation studios?
They were one that they like made something, and their first game was Horizon Call of the Mountain.
The VR
Oh,
studio.
okay.
Yeah, the VR studio.
Yeah. Now they're making real games. Good for them. This looked pretty cool. I've not played Until Dawn 1, so I probably need to play that at some point, but I thought this looked pretty cool. What about you, Pengi?
Yeah, it's a weird one for Sony to bring back. I guess after they did a remake of Until Dawn 1, I guess we should have saw this coming. But then that remake did very bad, like dreadful numbers. But
I mean, it looked bad, didn't it?
yeah,
Dreadful.
I don't know. Oh, it was Ballistic Moon or something like that did it, didn't they? Did that remake, and obviously this is Fire Spray. I'm guessing they've got the data, which obviously PlayStation would know from like sales of all the dark picture games and stuff. You know, obviously they don't know how well they're selling on Xbox and stuff like or Steam. They might be able to get the data or something, but obviously they know how they're doing on PSN. So I guess it's worth them doing like, oh, you know, these dark picture games do actually quite well. We've got this IP. Fire Sprite, go do something, and here we are. And I think it will do better than the dark picture games, which, well, unless it's really like bad, I guess. They got some guy from Stranger Things, and I don't know who. I want to say Darcy, but obviously it doesn't sound like that. It doesn't say Montgomery for Billy in Stranger Things, and Neil Nilborn. I know him. He was in Baldur's Gate. So.
Yeah, I'm only concerned, are people getting a bit fatigued on these sorts of games now? Mainly just because they're supermassive, because they just release 20 of them a year, it feels like them.
Yeah, and like I play on like I play like every one every year, and so does like Deirdre in work. And I don't know if he's even played the new one. And they did 8020 Directive or whatever it's called, Directive 820. Like I've not played it, and I'm pretty sure I don't think he's played it. But then I talking to him, and he played the Dead by Daylight one that they did, and like I've not played that one either. So who knows?
Absolutely. And then to end it all, to round it all off, we had a 20 odd minute extended gameplay reveal trailer shenanigans for God of War Le Fay. Which they basically showed up the load screen to start with. You pressed the button to start the game. The game started, and they just kept it rolling for 20 odd minutes, and it looked very good. It looked like a God of War game. I mean that in a good way. Um, and it's obviously we are playing as Faye now for this one. It's in some other world called the Everyone, I think they said. Um, the combat looked very good. There's a cube.
Yep.
There's a ribbon
It's,
with a
it's
sword
a
attached to it.
it's a companion cube.
Yeah, we
Get it?
have to have a
Companion
companion.
cube. Oh.
Um, Davey, you really like the God of War games.
I do.
Did you like the look of this?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is the obviously game of the show, right? It's hard because I don't want to go into it too much because obviously you haven't played Ragnarok, so I don't want to go into any spoilers. But yeah, it looks like they're doing some really interesting things story-wise, which I think is the big hook to it. Gameplay looks like God of War, it's not a problem. That's fine. The gameplay is always fun for God of War. It's doing that whole one-shot thing. I think graphically it looks good. I've seen a lot of people say that it looks bad or they've made her look ugly or some shit. I was like, well, she's supposed to be like an older character than the actress, so that's the whole point. Right?
And she's fighting people and there's mud and dirt. And
yeah, she's not wearing makeup, like she's But anyway, people are weird. People are really weird. But yeah, I think it looks cool. I think it's an interesting direction to go, and I think it's intriguing. Like the 20 minutes of the game they showed, I'm like, I want to know more. But yeah, it's got some good actors in it. Obviously, the cube's played by Jack Quaid from The Boys, so that's cool.
Frank.
Frank.
Yeah,
Frank
that's what the cube's called, Frank.
Nice, but yeah, what about you, Craig-O?
I've spoken it. You go, Pengi.
Oh, sorry, you all sound the same to me. It's white people, am I right?
Yeah, it looks really good, and I've like how you said, Dave. I got a lot of questions because you're in like where gods go to die, and you see an Egyptian goddess of war, and you see the Mongolian god of war as well. So we know there's two God of Wars in the God of War game, and if this is where gods go to die, it's like we're gonna bump into Zeus and Ares and everyone from the Greek, mythology that Kratos killed, and anyone else that he obviously killed in any of the like God of War 2018 and stuff. Are they gonna pop up here, and Faye's gonna bump into them and stuff? That'd be interesting. And also, it kind of makes sense why they're doing a God of War remake. If Ares and Zeus and stuff is everyone in here, they can go to Faye like, "Oh, Kratos killed us," and then it's like, "Oh, if you're a new player like Craig, like, I want to see how he did all that." So, yeah. Plus, there's obviously other things like her name. She's the mother of Loki and all that sort of thing. So yeah. Very interesting. A lot of questions, especially if it's the same timeline as 2018 and Ragnarok, taking at the same time, place. So, yes, very good one. And I know we're not talking about stuff we've played, but this is what I was referring to. I've gone and played Valhalla, or started playing Valhalla, God of War, which uses the triggers, not face buttons for combat.
It does, sadly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This was in development, apparently. This is a legal binding bet now. When does this game come out, boys?
April.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's really soon because they went and put 4 other trailers up. Finding Faye, Meet the Cast, and interviews Screen Director. And there was another one that's not on this thing with the combat. They've put like these 4 new trailers up. Obviously, we had 20 minutes of gameplay. I think it's pretty like soon. Like I could see it being at like the Game Awards and here's another trailer. Maybe that trailer has a tease of like Ares or something in it, and it's like it's coming April. Maybe they've just not dated it because they want to see where every other game is coming out, and then they date it from there. So.
Okay, well, you sound pretty informed there, Pengi, so maybe we'll just take your word for it, unless you feel differently there, Dave.
I think it'll be later in the year. I don't think they've got anything else, have they? They've got nothing else announced? Apart from Intergalactic, that's not going to come next year. So
Until Dawn 2 is next year.
Yeah, but they tend to put their weaker games at the start of the year and then their stronger games at the end, right? That's how they like to do it for their Game of Year award stuff. So I reckon maybe September. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I was going to say later, but Pengi, he really convinced me there. But
he did.
My first thought was later than that, personally.
Go in the middle. Hey, Craig.
Yeah. And that was the show. It was a pretty fun one, I thought, boys. A particularly strong start and end. And then there was enough fun stuff throughout, I thought, and a good little start to the old SGF. I thought what was your thoughts on the show, Davey?
Yeah, are we going to do our usual out of 5? Is that what we usually do?
Yeah, you can do.
Yeah, I think for me it's slap bang in the middle, 3 out of 5. I think there was some good stuff, there was some not so good stuff. It was solid. I think book ended really well. So Wolverine and Lao Fei look great. And there's a couple of things in there like Stuntman that really excited me. But there's also some stuff in there I have a lot of questions for. But yeah, for one of those types of shows, I think it was a good start to the weekend. What about you, Pengi?
Nice.
Yeah, I thought it was good. There's a lot here I'm looking forward to. Stuff. I think out of all the shows, this is the one I'm looking forward to the most. Obviously, Wolverine, God of War are 2 big ones, and then like I'm buying Marvel Token that's mixed in, and like I like Annapurna thing. There is some low points, like the June stuff in the middle, and I was like, did we need to see Phantom Blade again? And like the PlayStation Plus stuff. And all of that, so it did have some lulls in the middle of it and stuff. You could even argue, like, did Marathon need to be here? But obviously,
Does
Sony
Marathon ever needs to be anywhere? Is the question.
Yeah, but obviously Sony need to make money and stuff on that. So yeah, and like RuneScape, I get it's a big sort of get because of the IP and stuff like that. But do anyone really care? It's not even proper RuneScape either. So it's like, do people care? That's the thing. But I think the 2 big games at the start and the end really help it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people had worked themselves into a shoot a little bit with it as well, right? With some of the expectations that were being thrown around with this show beforehand. Yeah, some of them were. I know it was the first one they'd done as cinema shows and all this, and they were filming audience reactions. But
the last time they did that was for God of War 2018, so we should have seen what was coming.
Yeah. But some of what people were saying was just mental. But I think it was very good for what it was. Anyway,
I didn't give a score. I'm going to go for 3.75 out of 5.
Okay, I'll go for like a 4.25. I'll go high. Like that. I thought it was fun.
Mr. Positive Craig out here.
Yeah, I think if you go back, I'm always the most positive. Pretty much every showcase, to be fair, but. Other than that, Jeff Keighley one, I gave a 0.5. Sorry, Keighley. But you deserved it, mate. Right, on to SGF, which was Friday night, I believe.
Yeah.
This was a 2-hour show, but I will skip over as much as I can that we're not interested in to try and keep this moving along nicely. We started off with a rant from Keighley. I couldn't tell you what he said because I wasn't listening. I wasn't paying attention.
It was saying lots of games come out.
No one cares. On to Resident Evil Veronica, boys. They showed that. It's in Gay Paris. And it has Claire Redfield in it. And it is coming next year because we have to have a Resident Evil game every year. And I'm sure this is going to be brilliant because they always are, right, Pengi?
Yes, they are. I'm not sure if they always are, but yes, very good. And obviously, Paris was not in Code Veronica, so that is new. That is new because you were on like Rockfort Island and like a umbrella base in that. And Craig, I got a prediction here.
What's that?
Claire Redfield, you play in first person. Chris Redfield, you play in third person. They're doing what they did with Resident Evil Requiem, but with Claire and Chris. Even though Claire's slightly different, because obviously she has seen and fought zombies in 2, but the trailer was in first person, and I just got like, with 2 characters, maybe that's what you do with this. Even though she did have dual SMGs as well in Code Veronica. But that is my prediction. We got first and third person options, and that's how they're going to show it. Claire first and Chris third.
That'd be interesting. Dave, I think you did play Code Veronica back in the day.
I finished it on the Dreamcast. Very strange story, which I won't go into because obviously that might come up in this. But I feel like it won't be as incesty as the original game was. You never know. It's Japan. Yeah, it looks great. It's Capcom, right? They don't go wrong. This is coming to absolutely everything as well. For Xbox, PCs, and Switch 2 as well as PlayStation. So. Yeah.
Capcom love the Switch too.
They do. I think they must make some sweet dollar.
I think Pragmata, they said, is done like ridiculous on Switch 2, especially in Japan.
There we go. That's the way to do it. But yeah, I thought this looked great, Craig. What about you? Because you haven't played any Veronica, and obviously you are probably now the biggest Resident Evil fan. On the poddy, you play them all?
Yeah, very excited for this one. I did see some people thinking, is this just Resident Evil 5 now? And they decided because they did bring it up with the V, right? And so I don't know.
Yeah, they put a V, they coloured the V, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is
I
this
mean,
just Resident Evil 5 now? Is that what
maybe.
they've decided? I
Maybe.
don't know. Who knows?
Back in the day, it was meant to be Resident Evil 4, but it was a whole thing where, like,
was supposed to
Sony
be
kicked
3.
off. No, was it supposed to be? I
Yeah,
thought it was supposed to be 4
3.
because Sony kicked off that, you know, they were going to put 4 on, like, Sega as an exclusive or something like that, so they called it Code Veronica instead. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think they might be a year apart, but yes, Nemesis was supposed to be a side game. And then it became 3.
And
there you go.
after that, we had Cuphead. They finally announced they're making another Cuphead game, boys. After God knows how many years, right? And they've also announced they're doing some sort of arcade-y platformer like Cuphead game as well. In the meantime, I guess. I've never played Cuphead. Dave, did you play Cuphead? Did you try Cuphead?
I've tried Cuphead. I own it on Xbox. I bought it the day it came out.
Nice.
I'm much more excited for the Master System 8-bit Mighty Cuphead Adventure, though. Great game.
Good.
It was great. It was
Cuphead's
great fun.
hard as dicks, isn't it? Right? Is that right?
Yeah. Dicks are pretty hard throughout.
Yeah. Pengi, are you gonna buy either of these new two Cuphead games?
I have not played a Cuphead game, and I doubt I'm going to play a Cuphead game.
Nice. Could be one for fans.
Unless they added it to Game Pass, because I don't think Cuphead is on Game Pass, is it?
No, I don't
No,
think
it was a timed exclusive, I think, if my memory serves me.
Yeah. After that, we had Alien Isolation 2 was shown again, boys. I say again, I think they announced it recently, right? This is probably the first time we've seen it. It looked pretty cool. I'd never played the original. I need to be assured that it's like more of a survival horror game as opposed to just hiding from it and running away or whatever, like the first one kind of looked like it was. But we will see. I don't think Pengi, you had any interest in this when it was announced anyway. So.
No.
And
I
Dave, it's
didn't
probably
play
too
it.
scary for you.
I never played the original.
No,
so-
I didn't.
I did
Yeah.
I QA'd it. I've got a QA credit in the credits.
Nice.
During a placement I did. Yeah, it's good. It was originally going to be a VR game, and I can tell you right now that was scary as fuck. I don't think it ever came to VR. but yeah, no. It got panned, didn't it? IGN give it like a 5 or something stupid.
Yeah, Ryan
because
McCaffrey.
it was
played
too
it
hard
and
for
he
him.
gave it a 5.
But
Yeah.
It's one of those games. The original game was too long, and that's what killed it really. Because the atmosphere, if you like the Alien games, it's never been matched. Like if you like the Alien movies, sorry. So yeah, I'm hopeful. that this will be good, and it's coming to Switch too.
Yeah, it's had a bit of a cult following in the end of the first one, didn't it?
I think
talk
that
about-
weirdly helped it. IGN giving it a bad score.
Maybe.
And people like jumped on it and like, oh, this game's actually really good. What's he on about?
Never trust IGN.
No. After that, we had Gen Atlas, which is from, is it Umeda he's called? Ueda?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, got there in the end.
Who is, famous for Shadow of the Colossus, Eco, and Last Guardian.
Yes.
Which they showed this off at one of the other Jeff shows last year. It's called Project Robot then. It's actually got a name. It looked very cool. We're probably playing this, if we ever play this, in 2047, I'm going to imagine though. Okay.
Most probably, because he does take a while to make his games. Like, it was a decade ago, Last Guardian, so,
Yeah, so we could see a lot more of these sorts of trailers between now and then. But David, did you look at this particular trailer?
Yeah, it looks like the most Dave of the 3 games he's previously made. So, looks quite interesting concept. Big old mechs and stuff, right? This has been published by like Epic, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
Because
It's an Epic exclusive.
Yeah, because I was surprised. I assumed it was a PlayStation exclusive, and then when I saw just Epic on PC, but then also Xbox Series X and S, I was like, oh, okay. It's a bit of a strange thing, which is either a good sign or a really bad sign, right? When it gets Epic exclusivity. But yeah, it looks interesting, Craig. I'll give it that. What about you? What did you think?
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. On to Blood Message, boys. This I think has been showed before, but I think it just gets mixed in with all the other 600 like of these like Chinesey games, right?
There's
That
so
all
many of
look
them.
that
So
all
many
look
games.
exactly the same,
Uh-huh.
and all seem to be like action games or Souls likes or whatever. I wouldn't say this one stood out to me than any of the other ones personally, but I'm not exactly the audience for them. Pengi, you sort of are the audience for them. Did it stand out to you?
Yeah, this is a weird one because the saying is post. See, in here, what we've got, it says obviously God of War and Last of Us, but what I was heard and people was like, this is supposed to be like Chinese mythology Uncharted, and get a little bit of that, and obviously it's different than a Souls game and stuff like that. It's just like we keep doing Chinese mythology all the time, and it is getting a little bit like, can we do something else, please? Anyone? Even if it is like a different genre now.
Yeah, yeah. They all. It's just too much, isn't it? It's all just too much. Is it too much for you, Dave?
Oh, they all look the same. Like you could say any phrase at this point. I think we've already had 3 from we've talked about so far. I think there's another like 12 to go. Just games
Yes,
sell well in China, Craig. That's all you need to know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
After that we had Hayax. I don't know how you meant to say that.
Yeah, I think we can
Hex.
pass on that one, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
What
and
you
then
can't pass on, though.
no, it's something quite controversial. It's Stranger Than Heaven, boys. Which we saw again. We got a release date of January 15th, which is earlier than I thought it was going to be, because I thought this was going to be in the clusterfuck of February. But the interesting thing was they announced Tupac is in the cast. He's playing a character, boys.
Yep.
Tupac, that well-known rapper who died in the 90s,
During the
I want to say.
PS1 era, I believe.
Yeah.
He's back and he's playing a character in
He's
Stranger of
better than
Heaven.
ever.
Yeah.
This is a decision they've made, isn't it? Because they already had Snoop, they had that announced. That I wouldn't say makes sense, but you could kind of go with it. This is just bizarre. This is just odd. And the kind of sad thing is now this is all anyone's talking about with this game is this whole Tupac thing, which is um
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a strange decision they've made. Um, I imagine he's going to be in it for about all of 2 seconds. Would be my prediction. Um, but yeah, Pengi, did Tupac make you want to play Stranger of Heaven more than you?
It didn't really change my opinion on the game either way.
No, I just
Like,
kind of
it being in
disagree.
January means that it will get played because they said winter, which obviously it was December, January, February. If it was February, it's like, it's Stranger in Heaven, a RPG game and stuff. It is supposed to be very, like, going to be very good and stuff. And it is a prequel of some sorts, like leading in like how they made the Yakuza. So I know you had like Ishin is a prequel, I guess, but that uses like the same cast, doesn't it? So yes, the date of January is pretty good one for me.
What about you, Dave? Is Tupac bringing you in?
Oh, he's not Tupac's not bringing me in. He's also not taking me out, which is a poor choice of words.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming in January. It's coming to Game Pass. We'll have to be really on ball with our fantasy picks for next year, I think, if we're going to get this one in there in time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing the game, irregardless of how many dead rappers are in it or not. Gregor, what about you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hopefully they burst into some actual gangster rap. Why not? After that, we had. I mean, this is just a splash screen for the last run in Ninja Turtles, right? Made by Platinum Games. I don't think we need to dive any deeper than that. There was an egg game, a co-op egg game. None of us are playing that. We'll skip over that. But we did then get the new game from That's New Moon Studios, which looked like The Last of Us sort of thing, but then they revealed it's actually a Crossfire game, which I think shocked us all.
Yeah,
But it
and they
looks-
was really talking about like it being a Crossfire game in that IP and stuff like that. But yeah, it is.
it is a Crossfire game. It looked pretty cool. I don't know if this is going to be some sort of co-op smarts or not, because that was the vibes I got. But then they didn't actually mention that at all the whole time, so I feel like that would have
I
been
think
like a
they even
unique
said
selling
at the
point.
end they were like, "This is a single player game.
Oh, yeah, they
we
did,
know
didn't
that's
they?
what people want, or something like that.
So yeah, maybe it's not Cosmos.
No.
It did look like it. That's what they were setting up. But it looked interesting. One that I think we probably need to see more of before we make too many more judgments of. Pengi, what do you think of Crossfire?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. So I think obviously it's a new studio, so that could go very well. Expedition 33, or could go very bad. Mind's eye. So yeah, who knows with that? Obviously they've got like talent that worked on Uncharted and things like that. I'm pretty sure on it. So we have to wait and see. I guess there's no date. Sort of thing. They showed quite a bit of it, so maybe it's a 2027 game. But yeah.
Maybe. Dave, as our resident Crossfire expert,
Obviously. Yeah, I thought this looked
did,
okay.
did this get you going anywhere?
I like Claudia Dumont, the main character. She's in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, if you remember, Krogo, and she was in The Boys. She was Farah in Modern Warfare, the first of the new ones, the Arab lady.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
I know.
And obviously, she's married to Jack Quaid, who is the Cube from God of War Alpha. So,
Frank.
Frank the Cube. Yeah, I think this looks okay. It's one of those, like you said. I think the problem with these trailers, they all look something, don't they? Until someone plays them, it can go either way. But I think it looked promising. I think that's what I'll say.
Yep. After that, we had one which probably isn't for an investment. I know Deirdre was very excited for Guild Wars 3 coming to.
It's cool. It's coming to console.
as well.
That's
Yeah.
a console,
Yeah.
just the PlayStation. But I played Guild Wars 1 back in the day. I was mildly addicted for a bit. It was alright.
Glad you beat that addiction, Dave. I'm proud of you.
Wasn't a lot of games. Wasn't a lot of games around back then, Craig. It wasn't like it is now.
No, I guess not. After that, we had Gundam Rogue Orbit. It's a new Gundam Game Boys from Bandai Namco, if I remember rightly.
Mm.
It looked like a Gundam game to me.
Yeah, it looks slightly more polished, and this has also got a lady with pink hair in it, Dave. So there you go.
There's been much worse in Gundam. I don't like the art style. I think if it had like a cartoony anime art style, I'd be all in. But no, I'm not. It's too serious looking for me for a Gundam game. It's an anime from 1979, Craig. It doesn't look like that.
No. After that, Star Wars Galactic Racer was shown again. I don't think we learned anything particularly new. But
Just
it
the
continues
day-
to
It's just
look
got
great.
proper like big story mode in it and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Looks, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that this game's going to be completely lost in all of the other games because like they were showing takedowns that look just like Burnout 3 Takedown. Like he even does the whole camera thing, and he's got bloody Ben Quadrado and fucking Sebulba from Phantom Menace. Oh, I think it looks great, but I am so worried that it's going to be forgotten because I would love to just play it
Yes,
online
so
all the
the-
time.
Positive is like Onimusha, Control are both just other ones, but like they're both third person. I know they play different, but like third person action games and stuff like that. This is a racing game, so at least it's a different genre, which might help it. Like, oh, I want a racing game. Here's Star Wars Galactic Racer. If I want a Souls like, there's 5 options or something.
Well, it's funny enough. Arcade races are low-key on a bit of a comeback because there's quite a few that we've seen this weekend.
Yeah.
Which is good.
What's also on a bit of a comeback is fighting games, Dave. And we got another one. We got Virtual Fighter Crossroads from RGG
Hell.
again.
Yes.
And this has been announced now for next year. I know there was some sort of leak or something of gameplay that people got very excited about as well.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah.
Um,
The leak of the gameplay had. I wasn't really sure, but I had Hawk, I think, or Hawk or Wolf, I can't, do like Will Ospreay's like Assassin's Creed arm elbow thing.
Yeah, he did that
And
in the
someone
trailer
else-
for this.
Yeah, I did a trailer in this, and then someone else was also doing like a new move for someone like now does in wrestling, but I can't remember who that was or the move. I don't think I saw it here. It's only because I saw it in this trailer that reminded me of it, and sort of thing. So yeah.
But Davey, did this get you excited for a new fight?
It did. Then I watched
from
the
Sega?
showcase they did afterwards, which showed more of the game. It's got a full it's basically got a full Yakuza game as the single player. Like you've got side quests, you do like multiple fights. The story was written by David Hayter, Pengi, of Metal Gear fame. So it looks very cool. And then Yeah, there's a lot of I wouldn't be surprised if Will Ospreay did the motion capture for Wolfhawk Field. To be completely honest with you, because
Right.
he did a lot of Will Ospreay AEW moves in that game. But yeah, it looks really promising, Craig. If you watch the RGG showcase they did afterwards, I think even you that's not a fighting game guy might be like, well, I'm down for a 6 to 7, 8 hour RGG single player game and in amongst the fighting game, because it's not just you do a story mission then you do a 1v1 fight. It's like it really is very Yakuza RPG. Looks cool. Looks really cool.
Yeah, it's one that seems to be gathering some momentum, definitely, and could be a good one for fantasy next year, I feel.
Yeah, and RGG have to have 2 games a year, so they've got Stranger in Heaven, and then that most probably the end of the year. And like Dave said, I did watch the thing, and I got the original Shimu when Shimu was first shown as Project Bartley. That was the whole premise of that, was going to be like Virtual Fighter, but you were going to explore all the world. And you watch this, it's like, oh, you explore the world like you do in Yakuza game, but then instead of having either turn-based combat or the Yakuza beat 'em up combat, you now have a fighting game and stuff. Street Fighter did that in 6 with World Tour, but this looks much better. Obviously, RGG have much more experience of doing that than the Street Fighter team. So yes, I think this will even appeal with people that don't like fighting games, because it looks like a Yakuza. It's just the combat is now fighting instead of turn-based and stuff. So yes, it should be a good one.
After that, we had 1666 Amsterdam,
Yes.
which I actually completely missed all this because it's probably worth saying now. This show was having a lot of technical issues. The audio was all over the place, and it was lagging a little bit here and there, and I was frantically trying to figure out which was the best way to watch the show whilst this came on, so I don't really have any idea what this is. It's something to do with an Assassin's Creed creator. I didn't think from what I saw it looked particularly good, and I believe, Pengi, you played the prologue demo thing and thought that was particularly bad as well.
Yes, I played the 30-minute prologue that is on Steam, so I downloaded that. Okay, I'm gonna give them in the thing. It's a new indie studio. It's a prologue, not the full game. Blah 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 blah. But it ran atrociously. No matter what setting I did, it ran the same. Didn't matter if I was playing it on low or epic settings, it ran the same. It defaults to 30 frames a second, whereas I'm trying to get this run at 30 thing. Lots of negative reviews on Steam. I posted a video in our chat with someone, I think they call Deck Wizard, where they test stuff on Steam Deck, where it was running at 6 frames a second. It's so poorly optimized stuff. If you remember that Exo Voto game, the one that was Jennifer English is in, and everyone was moaning about that stuff, this is what this reminded me of, because I played the demo of that as well. Remember, yes, not a good first impression at all, and it was really boring. It sort of like I say a walking simulator, but at least there's got stuff going on. It's like, yeah, the dialogue was really bad. Like, this guy in the library is like, you should check out the Rembrandt section. You walk like a second, yo, if you looked at the Rembrandt section and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, constantly, like people were moaning us like Atreus in God of War. This was bad, and wasn't even like good voice acting or anything. Yes, I worry for this one quite a bit. From that, from my experience of it, and what other people are also saying, it's not just me, because maybe like my PC wasn't good enough to run it, even though I'm playing Forza Horizon Extreme ray tracing settings or something. Yeah, yes, and then it's like, yeah, real buggy and that as well.
Yeah, not promising at all. From this one. Dave, did you think this looked any more promising than that?
Nah, look like trash. We can move on.
Yeah, I thought so. We had Lords of the Fallen 2. This was like the sixth game at this point. I haven't cared about any of them. None of us care about any of them. Let's move on. Then we had Blood of the Dawn Boys, and this was a strange trailer for this game. This was a very strange trailer because it had some like modern day sort of stuff going on.
Yeah, that's for it's like a sequel and stuff. It's not even in this game. They're announcing more stuff.
Yeah, this was an odd move. I followed this game a little bit for a little while now, and they've always done a good job of showing it and making it look good, but this was an odd one. This is the first time where I've like winced a bit and gone, ooh, oh, hang on a minute, lads, what are we doing here? What's going on here? I still have faith in this game, I think, but yeah, this was the first.
It's giving my counter pick a lot of hope, Craigo. It really is.
Yeah, this wasn't a good idea. Was it?
No.
A strange showing.
And guess what, Craig?
What's that?
3rd of September.
Yeah, absolutely. Along with everything else. Odd trailer. Very odd trailer. After that, with Star Wars Zero Company, which I think is this the tactics game?
Yeah, this one looks really good. Again, it's coming end of August. I've watched a few previews for this. This looks really good. I contemplated picking it up for fantasy, and I just wasn't convinced it was going to come this year. So it's probably something I should have done. But yeah, I think this will do well. I think this will be good. It's $49.99. It is published by EA, so it'll get a full release, which is cool. But yeah, this is one to look out for if you like XCOM style games, because the gameplay, they did a whole 30-minute preview I think last month, and it looks really good. Yeah, it looks really promising.
Nice. God, after this we had Among Us. So
we can
skip.
We can skip Among Us.
This was so bad. This whole little section. Oh my god, I wanted this to end so fast. There was two annoying women on stage. There was some blow up thing. It was bloody awful. But then we had Monster Hunter Wilds Ascendance expansion.
Woo!
Which we probably thought we would be getting announced around now, right? Launching in 2027. We don't know when. You'd imagine sometime fairly early though.
Yeah,
Capcom
seem to always have stuff at like the start of the year, don't they? Mostly, and then at the end of the year. So yeah.
Yeah, and Pengi, I imagine you'll be jumping in for this one.
Yes. It's one I definitely be wanting to pick up and stuff. Obviously, on PS5, that's when I got my save and stuff, because they did do a little 10-minute thing afterwards where they showed like stories again and stuff like that. Monster Hunter Wilds is now coming to Switch too, and that's in development thing. And obviously, like, I don't know like all the monsters on that show, like how dragons are coming back, and like one of them was like the big dragon from like Gen 5 Monster Hunter or something. So there's a lot of information I don't know. And it looks like they're copying like Tears of the Kingdom, because obviously we've like got a new world above the old world with all these like floating islands and stuff like that. So that's interesting place to take inspiration from. But it's different biome, because obviously like last one, it's just the ice biome, and obviously Wilds has an ice level and has a fire level and a jungle level. So go to the skies is different.
You're underground on the second expansion then.
Yes, if we get a second expansion.
Yeah. Then we had Hot Wheels Infinite Rush, Dave.
Indeed we did,
You
Craig.
guessed it. It's coming in September.
It is.
And it's a Hot Wheels game.
Yeah,
it reminds me of that Lego game.
Yeah, I was thinking that. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I think I'm the only one that played 2 Gig Drive, right?
No,
Yeah.
I played it.
Played
Finished
a
it.
bit?
It's like one of my rarest like trophies or something, because I guess kids played it, so they never finished it.
It was PS Plus as well.
Yeah. I think that's how I played it for
Yeah.
Plus. And
This looked fun, Craig. Another fun arcadey racing game.
Yeah, you never have too many.
No.
Then we had Attack on Titan 3.
No one
which
cares.
is-
July
Yeah,
1st.
a video game that's
Yeah.
coming out. And then we had a big one though. Wolf Among Us 2 is back. It's alive. They announced this quite a while ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
then kind of radio silent. But it's still a thing, and it is coming out next year in 2027. And they are also doing a remaster of the first game this holiday, which is good for people like me who never actually played the first game.
It's a great game.
It's a good one. It's
I know
most
this
probably
is-
the best Telltale game.
I
Yeah,
think
this is
it's
a beloved
probably number
Telltale
2.
game, right?
I really like Tales of the Borderlands is real good. But
Oh yeah,
they're
the
all-
first with
Yeah, the one that Telltale
was it
actually
Laura
did.
Bailey? Laura
Yeah.
Bailey and Troy Baker were the main two.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that was good. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it was really good. But yeah, Wolf Among Us. I actually replayed it recently. I played it, I think, start of the year on PS5, right? So I'll play it again. Yeah, great game. It's cool that they're finally doing the second game. When did that game come out? I mean, I have it on 360, so it was about 2012, 2013, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's
It was
insane.
at the height of Telltale's powers.
Yeah,
right?
it was.
Before
Yeah,
all
it
went
was.
horribly
It was
wrong.
like the second and third game that they did, though, wasn't it?
Since
There was
when
like-
on their comeback tour, because they did
Yeah,
loads of
because
games
obviously
before.
they did games before The
Yeah.
Walking Dead, but I mean post Walking Dead. Then it was only like the second or third one.
Yeah, it was on everything. I think I had it on Vita. I'm pretty sure my ex had
Yeah.
it physically on Vita. It ran at about 3 frames a second. Great times, Gregor. Great times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can look forward to the second one next year. There was some Street Fighter update. Tifa's in there, so you freaks can go stare at us.
They are
Move
big.
on.
Yeah,
They are
and
pretty
everyone
big.
is upset 'cause she's in Street Fighter, not Tekken.
Oh, Tekken's dead. He's
Yeah,
left.
but that's what everyone wanted her in Tekken, but yeah.
It's worse than that. It's Stellar Blade Blood Rain, Pengi.
What?
Yeah, they showed Stellar Blade Blood Rain. It was just basically a 2-minute close-up of the girl's ass with the thong so far up there you can pretty much see what she'd had for breakfast. And that's what you sickos like, right, Pengi? So I'm sure you enjoyed that.
No, the story and the combat in Stellar Blade was very good. Story is like Nier.
If that's what you're telling yourself, Pengi,
The story
you
is
cling
like
on to
Nier,
it.
and the combat is like a fast Souls game. Obviously, not as hard as Souls and stuff like that. Obviously, we've got a new character now. We've gone from Eve to Evie now,
Genius.
and she uses her fists instead of swords and that. But it's in the same world, but we're in a big city with cars and trains and stuff. Where obviously it was like a big, I know you've not played Stellar Blade, but like you've played Nier, where obviously you're in a desert with like old buildings and stuff like that, and now we're suddenly in a big. So I don't know if it's a prequel, maybe. To That's why we haven't got a sword yet. We haven't got to the sword in the sequel, sort of thing. So yes, but no consoles or what's coming for, no like release, nothing for this sort of thing. So this could be like the first PS6 and Helix game shown, all we know. But it is like Korea made, so they must get it out quite quick if they're the same as like they are like in China and stuff. But yes, one eye
Chained to their desks.
Yes.
I haven't seen their wives in 6 years.
Yeah. It's like, it's coming out next year in March. I'm like, really?
Yeah, absolutely. And then to round it all off, Jeff's learnt from his mistakes. We didn't go for High Guard this time. We went for Final Fantasy VII Revelation, which is the end of the trilogy, boys.
It is.
And it's coming next year, which is crazy to think. How long that the first one took and all that, and now next year it's all going to be over. Look very good. I personally haven't played the previous two, so I'm sure I'll play this in 2057 when I'm breathing through a straw or whatever medical science has got to at that point. But I know, Dave, you've played the first one and didn't like the second one, but did you like the look of this one?
Yes, yeah, I really like the look of this one. Actually, it looks really good. Yeah, I've played the first one. It came out on PS4. It came out did it come out just before COVID or during COVID?
Yeah, it was that year.
It was a COVID game. I remember smashing through it.
Yeah, it was just before like COVID. It's something like February or something, 2020.
Yeah, and my problem with the second one is it's got a bit right at the start that's very like open worldy Ubisoft-y. But I want to try it again, just because I want to play the third game, Craigie. It's a world and characters that I really like, so I'm willing to give it another go. And it's coming to everything, day one this time. So I'm probably going to play it on Switch too, just because I feel like the sort of remedy to a blocky open world grind session, Craig, is to play it in bed on a handheld. So I feel like that will be the good way to go. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. It's crazy that we're at the point where it's going to be over. They seem to have added quite a lot to the battle system. There's a small job system that it was revealed.
Yeah, because they showed Tifa as a black mage.
They did. So they showed it in a really weird way, boys, because after the stream ended, the director of Final Fantasy VII Revelations just went on a Maximilian stream. Just sat down in Maximilian's room. He's like a fighting game guy. Blonde hair. You've definitely seen him because he's been in like Capcom trailers before. But yeah, he just sat down and talked him through it, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, it's called the Fit system, and they've all got like 4 or 5 jobs each they can do." So yeah, I think it looks really cool. But yeah, what about you, Pengi?
And they also showed Vincent and Sid are like playable characters
They
now,
are.
which weren't in Rebirth. So
It's disc
um,
3.
yeah, it's this free. And obviously it's are you saying like the open world? They did the way you can like jumping out of the high winds and stuff, and like you can drop in anywhere from Fortnite and stuff, which kind of might make it more open world. I don't know if you can drop in, drop out anywhere, but yes, it is one I'm very excited about. Bring on spring 2027, which could be March, April, or May.
Absolutely, it could. And that was the show, boys. I thought this was a very good SGF actually this year. Went in sort of absolutely no expectations, which is a little bit worrying. Jeff shows like this. I thought this could be a bit of a dud.
Yeah, 'cause he hadn't really been saying anything. He normally goes, "This is going to be the best Game Awards ever," and it's like, "No, it wasn't, Jeff."
Yeah, yeah, he likes to get lost in his own hype, but he
Yeah.
didn't. And I thought it was good. I think it's always hard when you have these 2 hour shows and they've got to be 2 hours and all this sort of jazz, right? There's always going to be lulls, there's always going to be long ad periods and all that jazz going on. But I actually think he did a pretty good job of keeping it interesting throughout. The front was quite heavy, but the front's always going to be heavy, right? But he also had a big thing to end on, and there was a fair few bits and pieces sprinkled in the middles as well, which I think kept everyone engaged. Might even be, I don't know, I'd have to look back, but maybe it is the best SGF we've had.
I think it is. I can't
Yeah,
think of much better.
no.
I
I
don't think
would
it's the
probably
best
go for
Jeff
like,
show we've
no,
had because
no,
obviously you had that one where they showed Okami and Intergalactic, and I can't remember what else they showed. Like the 10th anniversary Game Award one. That was
yeah.
mostly the best one he's done.
But I would probably go for like a 4, I think, personally. I think it's very good. Maybe even like as good as I feel like one of these shows can be when it's 2 hours long and on this sort of format that Jeff has to work with. What about you, Dave? What do you think of SGF overall?
Yeah, I think it was good. It was obviously standard Jeff bloated in the middle, but you got paid bills, didn't you? So, but yeah, I thought there was a lot of cool stuff announced throughout for a variety of systems. It was cool that they didn't have to really rely on any one platform holder, which is always good because that's not what we need Jeff to do, right? We just need him to spread the love with lots of games. But yeah, I think for me this is a solid 4 out of 5 on our scale. I thought it was good. Too much bloat in the middle to stop it getting any higher, really. But no, a lot of really cool games shown. And like we keep saying, like we joke about September, but like the whole maybe the next 12 to 18 months is really starting to fill up. Like there is not enough time in the day for the amount of games that I want to play that we saw at this show and the PlayStation show so far before we even get to the next show. So yeah, I thought it was decent. Yeah, 4 out of 5 for me. What about you, Pengi?
I see. I think what did I give? I gave PlayStation 3.75. This is the tough one with Jeff because it does have a bit like PlayStation, the lulls in the middle with the which isn't on this list of the Genshin impacts. Where I think it's Wuthering Waves actually, wasn't it? Those sort of mobile games and things like that and stuff like that. It's 2 hours long, but the content of the games here, like very good, and obviously much like PlayStation, you open with a big one in Code Veronica, and you end with a big one in Final Fantasy, and those are two big ones. Like things. I want to kind of give it the same score, another 3.75. Obviously Monster Hunter in the middle was a big one for me, so yeah, so around about the same as PlayStation. Maybe Seller Played would push it up because that was a surprise. Where there was no super surprises at PlayStation because we all knew God of War was coming because all the leaks and even Cory Barlog, messaging someone on Blue Sky or something when it's like, well, it's gonna be true because you've messaged someone about the leaks. So yes, pretty good, all told.
Very good. What score would you
Excellent.
give it, Craig, before we head on to Xbox?
I gave it a score. I think. Well, I gave it a 4. I gave it a 4.
I must have passed out again. This happens all the time.
Yeah. And on to Xbox, which is just finished. Finished a couple of hours ago. That's the last of the big uns so far, unless we get a Nintendo show. Right. And we started and ended with Gears of War E-Day, so we'll talk about Gears of War E-Day all in one go now, because they had a starting little trailer for it, and then they had the big, long blowout at the end, like they like to at these shows. They always have a game that they have a big focus on. Right. and have its own almost little show at the end. I thought Gears of War Day looked bloody brilliant, boys. I thought this looked great. Of course, we hadn't actually seen any of this before, other than that CGI cinematic they showed way back when. And I thought it looked absolutely brilliant. It looked gruesome. I loved Marcus running around in his bloody, like, just normal clothes. He was a little bit gutted he didn't stay in them, to be honest with you. I was like, oh, that's a cool touch. I like that. But I like the movement mechanics they showed, the sliding, the like hopping over stuff, the climbing going on as well, and yeah, the whole vibe of this game and just the look and sound of it seemed really a bit of me. And they did announce as well this will be October 6th, and it is apparently a console exclusive, which we won't get into too much of that debate today, boys, because that's a topic for another time. I feel all these exclusive nonsense, but. Dave, what did you think of Gears of War E-Day?
Yeah, it looked good. It looked like a return to this kind of Gears of War trilogy that we love from the 360, but it also looks like they've really modernized it in good ways. Like, I like that the movement seems smoother. I like the origin story, kind of just tell there's characters that we know and love, right? So the multiplayer modes sound really interesting. That 3 teams of 4 versus sort of E kind of game mode for Horde seems really, really interesting, and I'm interested to see how that goes. Single player again, like I said, looks great. Normal 4v4. I love me some Gears. Obviously, it's coming to Game Pass. The beta weekends are the first 2 weekends of August, so we can try that out, see if we like it then. But yeah, I thought it was a really good showing. I think it's going to be a really great game. But yeah, what about you, Pengi?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Obviously, I will be playing it on 6th of October. It's the same day as Star Wars Galactic Racer, isn't it? Yeah, so there's a lot of games to play, but obviously it's on Game Pass, so yeah, I play it on PC Game Pass. And I think the specs that they got on Steam aren't too bad either for it. So I think it's 140 gig download though, so make sure you got rid.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
A lot of space. After that, we had Fable, boys. Which obviously they had announced a week ago or whatever that it was getting delayed into February, but we now know when in February. It's going to be February 23rd. They showed a bit more. I don't know if this is the main baddie or one of the baddies they seem to be showing.
I think she's the main baddie.
Yeah. And again, this game just looks so British, so kind of fun and silly, and it just seems to have absolutely nailed, I think, the vibes that it's going for. I hope it all works out in the end, right? But Pengi, what do you think from this little showing that we got here?
Yeah, I really like this. This is most probably... there's a thing coming up, which is didn't show much for, but this is mostly my most exciting thing from the Xbox show. Really excited for this one because, third person, fantasy RPG and stuff is up my street. And they announced afterwards, I don't know what I think, there's actual Xbox are bringing back collector's editions. And there's one for Gears, there's one for Halo. The Fable one comes with a Jack of Blaze statue and stuff. It looks really cool. So, yeah. Like, people would like collector's edition with like statues and that. I remember them from the 360 days.
Absolutely, get your little statue. You keep, and then you're like, why have I bought that? Davey, what do you think of Fable?
Yeah, again, game continues to look great. It's so cool that we've got Hayley Atwell as the villain, who's obviously a big time actress and is incredibly attractive, so that helps. I'm sure you know her from the Marvel films, Craig. Because I know Craig's not good with films sometimes.
Yeah. She was in Marvel.
Yeah, she was Peggy Carter. But yeah, looks great. What again, like you said, so British, so like silly and rude, and yeah, can't wait to play it in February.
Absolutely. Then we got another look at Halo Campaign Evolved, and they were really showing off the 3 new missions they've added, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which looked really cool.
Yeah, because I was confused for a bit. I was like, why is there brutes in this?
Yeah, I was like, is this a new game? Have they made is this another game, a Halo game that they're making? And then
the collector's edition for this, by the way. Whoa.
And then they were like,
yeah. Go on, Craig.
This is more of the game that they've already announced. So I was like, yeah, this looks very cool and interesting. gameplay they were showing looked absolutely brilliant, I thought. And they announced that this is coming out in
July
July,
28th.
right? Yeah. Which is not far away, right? Which is very fun for all of us involved because we can get on and play this in some co-op, I would have thought, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, looked great. We've already seen quite a bit of this game before, but I thought these new missions looked very good as well. After that, we had Resonance, a Plague Legacy, boys. Which we knew was announced beforehand. I think this is the most we've seen of this game, right? This looked a lot more actiony, I thought, Pengi, than the old Plague Tale
Yeah, it
games.
looks much more like a third-person action game, like we obviously the Plague Tale games. They haven't obviously got Plague Tale in the title either. It's much more stealthy. You're not like full-on stealth, but you're like in the bushes trying to avoid the rats and use your light, and to go around guards and all that stuff. And it's just like no, in the bright, sunny. I think it's supposed to be Rome. Bright, sunny Rome with your sword killing people, and it's like okay, this is the turn, but yeah.
Yeah, it still looked like cinematic at times. There was a bit when you're like running into like a big vault. It looked like, and the camera came right back, and that looked very cool, very nice. I absolutely love the Plague Tale games. So, yeah, I'm very much interested in this. But yeah, it does look very different to the previous two, which is maybe what it needed. I didn't see any rats in the trailer there, Pengi.
No rats.
Which is obviously the big thing of those games, but we shall see. But yeah, I thought this looked very, very promising, and we got a date, which is the 27th of August, which I don't think we've got a lot in August yet, right?
I think this is exactly the same date. It wasn't there. It was Beast of Reincarnation.
Oh, okay. And they're both on Game Pass, right?
Yes.
Which is interesting. So we'll have to figure out which one of those we want to play first. They both come out on the same day then.
You need to get your calendar out. Yeah, great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beast of Reincarnation is the 4th of August.
Oh, okay. That gives
okay.
gives you like 20 odd days.
Okay. Yeah,
There
you'll have Beast of Reincarnation long finished by then, Pengi.
Yeah, long finished.
You have another 6 games finished in that time. Then we have Persona 4 Revival, boys.
0.0.
Which is the most we've seen of this game, right? I think beforehand we just got a very brief showing of this, and we got a much more in-depth version of this beloved game for Dave, I know, and they did announce that it is February 18th, 2027, which does screw me over for fantasy, and I will be suing that anime company which leaked this, and has really cost me here because Pengi wouldn't have counterpicked it without that knowledge. So I am going to be in contact with them,
if I saw this trailer and put in the bid,
send me
would I have
a lot
got
of
it?
money.
Yeah.
Because that is they've really fucked me over, and I don't go down without. I'm going to take them for everything they have. But anyway, back to Persona 4, Dave. I know this game you absolutely adore. It's one of your favourite games of all time, right?
It is.
So does this remake get you excited?
It gets me very excited, Craig. And what gets me even more excited is that it's coming to Game Pass a month after the other Sega game that they're doing. So we're going to play Stranger Than Heaven, C2 pack, Snoop Dogg. And then when I'm just about done with that, I can jump back into Persona 4 and lose myself in Inaba. And it's such a good game. Story's so good.
Two, massive RPGs back to back. And you've not apologised to Sega yet. So.
I like Atlas. I've never had a problem with Atlas. Sega's,
okay.
Their days, they're coming. But yeah, this looks great. Again, if you haven't played Persona 4, another great time to jump in because it's a fantastic game. It's probably, I argue it's the best in the series, but I don't know if that's because it was the first one I really got into. But I think it tells its story well. The combat's always been great in Persona, and I imagine this will get all the flourishes from 5 and 3 Reload and Metaphor that they've added in subsequent remakes. So yeah, very excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they switched to version. Though.
I feel like it will come, right? But yeah.
It'd be one that I imagine goes very early in the old fantasy next year.
Yeah.
Yes.
After that, we had State of Decay 3, which is the first time we've heard anything from State of Decay in
6 years.
6 years, there you go.
They showed it at the Series
Decay,
X showcase, Gregor, when they announced the Series X launch games.
Christ. Yeah, I mean, I've never played State of Decay 1 or 2, but I thought this looked like State of Decay. I don't know if that's a wrong statement to make.
No, you're pretty bang on.
Yeah.
They're fun weekend co-op games. So it must have been Pengi. Me and Pengi played it with
Yeah.
my friend Pete. I remember
Yeah.
us getting into a car that exploded and flew us around the map. Pengi. That's all I remember. I think
Yeah,
it
I
might
remember
be an Xbox like video I have on my account somewhere. So if I find it, I'll chuck it in somewhere. But yeah, it's one of those that this looks really good. It looks a lot more polished than the previous games. They've had a lot of time to do it. But yeah, it's one of those that I think because it's on Game Pass, there's a chance we might have a long weekend of playing it, fucking around, getting some achievements. But it's not one of those that's going to be on a Game of the Year discussion next year, I don't think. But it is.
there's no one that would like really go out our way for Fantasy Critic either.
No,
It's a
no.
game that reviews well. Or
No,
anything
I think it has a maybe
That's
a.
right, I didn't realise that.
Pardon?
It is 2027 as well, which I
Yeah.
didn't realise.
I think it's got a high ceiling of an 8 out of 10. But I
I
think
think there's
yeah.
a beta coming like late this year or early next year.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
After that, we have Sea of Thieves, which we don't need to go into because we always get Sea of Thieves. But we did then get Metro 2039, which you obviously got the extended look at that's own little show recently. But we got another showing, and this looked absolutely brilliant, I thought, from this trailer. The combat looked absolutely brutal and great. All the gunplay looked great. Just the vibes in general did a lot for me here. I played the last Metro and really enjoyed this, but this looked like a big step on from that, I thought. And they also announced that this is coming in February 2027. So the February clusterfuck is building, boys. It's on the horizon. Hey, Dave, have you ever played a Metro game? Did you want to play this one?
Yeah, I played the two 360 ones. I own Exodus and I've never got around to it. But yeah, there's like kind of like Ukrainian, Russian Fallout kind of vibes, right? This looks great. I think for me, it's not on Game Pass, and it's not a game I'm going to buy over Persona, so that's already sort of knocked it down a bit. But yeah, I think at some point I'd like to get to it. Maybe I need to play Exodus this year, but yeah, I think it looks really good, really promising, and just very detailed, isn't it? Like they always do such a good job with just how the world looks, and yeah, it looks really impressive.
Yeah. What about you, Pengi? I don't know if you've ever played a Metro game, but this.
Yeah, I
this
played
could
a
be my
bit of
first one.
I played a bit of Exodus, and I didn't really gel with it. I think I played it for 2 or 3 hours and stuff like that. The trailers look good for 2039. I can say that, but February we've already got Fable, Persona, Tomb Raider. It's got no chance for me. If it was in Game Pass, maybe I would have gone, I've subbed the Game Pass this month because I'm playing Fable, I'm playing Persona, it's Metroid's there. But yeah, it's not one for me when you can list all those other games.
Absolutely. But then we had Bad Magpie, which kind of looked like Untitled Goose Game, I thought. That's what I got from this. But you're playing as a bird this time.
What a goose is a bird.
Yeah. More of a bird, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But yeah, this is coming next year. I think it's in Game Pass.
It is.
I almost feel like these
Yeah.
games have kind of run their course a bit now. I don't know if I'm.
Yeah,
I'm
it
over this
was a
sort
bit
thing
of a
now.
random indie to pick to be in this show. Like,
Yeah, 'cause
like
you had Little Kitty, Big City as well, which is very similar. And
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we've kind of had enough of this sort of thing now, maybe. But we shall see in 2027. After that, we had Wulong 2, Wings of Ember from Team Ninja, because they all they pump out about 10 games a year at Team Ninja, because they really are all chained to their desks. I imagine this. Pengi, did you play the first Wulong game?
No,
Were you
I
into
haven't played a
Souls-likes?
Wulong. I've not played a Wulong.
Did this make you think, oh, I might jump into Wulong 2?
Is it always in Game Pass day one? So
Yeah,
possibly.
the first one's in
I
Game
think
Pass as well, I believe.
Is it? I think it's on Plus as well, so I can leave play the first one easily. Yeah, this is the thing. Obviously, I played Rise of the Road and I played Neo 3, but not 1 or 2, and they do all look the same. Koei Tecmo do have all these games of the same genre that look the same, but are all different franchises. It is hard to keep track and stuff. And then I think they do slightly different things as well. Sort of thing. We will see. It depends. It says early 2027. If it's January, and the only other game is Stranger in Heaven, you know, it could get a play. But if it's somehow it's February, not a chance, I don't think.
No, absolutely. Even Daydream Work was saying how he's kind of done with Souls-like bit, so...
Yeah.
God, if even
See.
he's done with them, then
I think
maybe
you
they've
could
run that
still
course a bit.
do the genre. It's just do a different like setting or something. I don't know. Like do a. I mean, no, we had Exposition 33, a French JRPG. Do a French. Well, no, we did that. We did Still Rising. I was going to say do a French Souls game, and we've done Italian, I guess, with Lies of P. But at least that's, I guess, a different Steve.
Set in the outback in Australia, why not?
Yeah, he's doing that. It's like they're all feudal Japan or like the Ming Dynasty or something of China. It's like do something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An Aborigine or something, I don't know. After that, we had Join Us, cult game, which I didn't really get what it was or care, but that either of you did either.
No, not really.
No, it's a Game Pass game. That's what that is.
Yeah.
It looks like maybe a streamer game. I think more than actually anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. And after that, we had a bit of an unexpected one from Ninja Theory. We had Senua. I don't think any of us were expecting another game from like this series to be shown at this show, but we did get one, and this one again similar to the Plague Tale game or whatever that one was called. Looked a lot more actiony, Pengi. I thought.
Yeah, apparently that's why it's not called Hellblade, because we are going for an third-person action adventure game now with more focus on combat.
Oh, this sounds well up my street.
Yeah,
I'm
this
glad.
looked really good. I thought.
Yeah. Also, Pengi, what did you think when you saw the logo? See if we think the same.
I've seen that logo somewhere before.
The font to me, Sega Saturn.
Yeah. Oh, it is. The N is the same.
Yeah,
as
it looks
the S on the Saturn,
it looks really much like the Sega Saturn. I was like, are we getting a Sega Saturn game? But no, this is cool, Craigo. This and Resonance, because I from the Plague Tale thing. Take all the stealth away, take all the weirdness away. Just make me some goddamn PlayStation games and put them on Xbox. Yes, give it to me. I want it. Looks great. Ninja Theory are good at this as well. It's not their first this type of game, so it's like, oh, give it to me.
Yeah.
I wonder if we still get like the ASMR,
the Hellblade games,
and stuff
right?
Like that.
Maybe
in this as well.
They don't sell very well, though, do they?
Well.
That's the problem with Hellblade.
No, the last one. Well, they're both very good in fairness, but yeah, very unexpected this was, and this is next year as well, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is again an absolute shock because it felt like they took an age with Hellblade 2, and now supposedly they're launching another one next year. So fair play to them. We then got some Fallout 76 nonsense that we don't care about.
No.
They're finally doing a next gen version. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, you go. Then we got some Doom the Dark Ages DLC, I believe this was. I love Doom the Dark Ages, great game. Be interesting to see what this is like when it comes out, because I loved Eternal as well, but I never did the DLC for Eternal, because all I heard people say was that it was hard as dicks. So it'd be interesting to see if this is similar, but it's just like the hard as dicks like add-on or not. Look like they added quite a lot of cool new stuff, a lot of cool new movement stuff, which wasn't in the first game. The original game is more about like holding your ground and being a bit of a tank with your shield, right? Whereas this, you're flying all over the place. Some sort of spear that he had, right? But looked pretty cool. Again, I might check it out depending on what it looks like when it does originally come out. But Davey, did this make you want to jump in and actually play Doom the Dark Ages?
Yes, it's on an ever-growing list, Craig, because I played Doom 2016 last year for the Backlog Challenge, which I really enjoyed. I still want to play Eternal at some point, but it feels like I'm fighting a mountain of video games at the moment, Craig, just to get to breathe. But yeah, at some point, obviously Doom the Dark Ages will be in Game Pass for perpetuity, so at some point I will sit down and play it. But yeah, looks good for the people that are excited for it.
Absolutely. And then we finally have it, boys.
Yeah.
Crazy Taxi. It's got a subtitle. It's Crazy Taxi World Tour. So this was part of the big Sega kind of like bringing back their old IP push that they did a few years ago, right? The second one of them that looks like we're gonna get, we had Shinobi last year. And this looked really cool, I thought. I didn't ever play Crazy Taxi back in the day.
Never
But
even arcade.
no,
Oh.
no, never even the arcade. But this looked cool, looked interesting. Had the Offspring going, in the trailer, which isn't that a staple? For Crazy
Yeah.
Taxi? The Offspring,
Yeah.
is that right? Yeah. But yeah, obviously you boys have much more affinity to Crazy Taxi, so are you excited to play a new one, Dave?
Yeah, very excited. It's been a long time. I think the last new one, I think there might have been a PSP one called Fair
Yeah, I think
Wars.
it was. Yeah, I thought it was called World Tour as well, but it's not as fair. Wars.
And,
I went and checked.
There was an exclusive original Xbox one as well, Crigo.
Number 3.
Number 3. So yeah,
It's never been ported either.
never been ported, but it's a fun arcade game. If you played Simpsons Hit and Run back in the day, did you play that, Crigo?
Oh yeah.
It's that game. You pick up people and you drive them to the location. It's a fun pick up and play game. It's cool that they're bringing games like this back, and this looked fun. It looked like a fun game. So yeah, Sega does love its Xbox, as we know, and they are continuing to bring the goods to everything. I think this is coming to everything at the end of the trailer. I think it's got like Switch 2 and all that jazz as well. So great game for handheld. If you've got an Xbox ROG Ally or a Switch 2, I think that's a great pickup for that for sure.
Yeah, it'd be interesting what it is, because on the rumours it was going to be open world MMO type thing, and everyone's driving around picking up their factory fares and stuff together.
I think if there's like a world where there's like 12 of you in the world trying to like fight each other for the points, I think that's pretty fun. If that's a mode, right? Like a world tour mode maybe. But yeah, it looks good. They said there's a story. That's what it says here. So this little blurb. So yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, we can look forward to playing that next year. And then, boys, highlight of the whole SGF, the 25th anniversary collection they're doing at Xbox, Dave. You can get a Xbox Series X and a controller, which both are like green and see-through, like I believe what they did with the original Xbox.
Yeah, I have that. I have that controller. I have the original Xbox's translucent green controller.
Yeah, and it looks absolutely beautiful, boys. It looks stunning. It looks great. Both the console and the controller look great. Yeah, I'd be very tempted to. I'm definitely get the controller. I don't know if I get the console as well, but this looks absolutely beautiful. Dave, I think you were quite excited about this one.
Oh, this is just a reminder of what they took from us, Craigo. This is when all our games consoles were translucent. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool that I think we've talked about it before with one of our big long Xbox chats. They need to sort of sell more special edition consoles because people like them, right? And this is only the second one, I think, because we had the Halo one at launch.
Third, we've got third.
What, the Galaxy one? Is that what we're counting?
Yeah, the Galaxy one.
Yeah, the 2 terabyte one.
Buy the Galaxy one, so don't really want to count that as a special edition or not, because you just go on Xbox Store and I think you can still buy it. But it's obviously very expensive being the 2 terabyte, and it's got that Galaxy paint instead of. Yeah.
But yeah, I love the look of this. I'll definitely get the controller, and as someone who doesn't own an Xbox currently, it could be a real dangerous day. Let's just say it could be a real dangerous day if I've got any money in my bank account in October when those things go up to pre-order. But yeah, I think it looks amazing, and I hope that this isn't the end of. Like Pengi said, bring back collector's editions. I hope that we get back to this for all the major players, right? We want some more interesting accessories because we don't spend enough money, clearly.
Yeah, because Wolverine, for instance, isn't getting a collector's edition yet. All the Spider-Man games is just a standard version and digital deluxe, and you can pay the £10 extra if you buy it physical, stuff like that. They most probably will do a dual sense or something, but yeah, it's like no special. I'm saying I haven't bought a special edition for years now. This is when I saw the Fable one, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember when I used to buy them for
I was really bad for it on Wii U. I used to get every special edition on Wii U.
Yeah, but I wasn't anything else to do on Wii U.
No, there wasn't. So I was like, I'm only buying one game every 4 months, so I might as well make it a 60 quid game. But no, I'm really excited. As well, you, Pengi, how do you feel about a translucent console in 2026?
Oh, it looks really nice. It does look really nice. I think I don't need one because obviously I've got the PC and everything. Even the Xbox console exclusive are on PC, on Game Pass, and on Steam or whatever. But I'm getting one of those controllers.
Nice,
I'm
absolutely.
getting one of those controllers. You can never have enough controllers.
No,
No,
it's impossible.
It's true.
After that, we had some DLC for Age of Empires 4, but we didn't just go into that.
No, when I really saw this, I thought, oh, because I've downloaded Age of Empires 2 on my PC and all the free expansions and stuff like that. I thought, oh, here's another one. And it's got Scots and Vikings. I got this for the boys don't play 4, and I only even played 2 now alone. Playing with you, yeah.
I played a little bit of 4 and it was
Yeah.
really fun. I love 2 too much. And me and Craig sweated
That's the
2 for a
eternal
while,
problem
didn't we?
Age of Empires 4 has, unfortunately.
true.
Isn't it? Everyone loves 2. Talk about 2s though, we had Minecraft Dungeon 2 was shown. This was announced a little while ago, but I think this is the first time we've actually seen it, and it is coming out in September.
It's my September
Dave.
game, Craig.
Yeah, we played the first one better than it had any right to be, and I'm sure this will probably be about the same sort of quality.
Yeah, we had played it for like quite a bit. Like I looked earlier.
Yeah,
today,
me, you and Simon,
we
yeah.
sweat it. We sweat it a bit, and they did quite a lot of DLC. But yeah, it's one of those things. I'm not fussed about Minecraft really, but I'm low key. Like I know that me and you will probably play this, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
It was a fun time. It's on Game Pass. It's a perfect Game Pass game to play while you're waiting for Gears a week later, right? So yeah, no, it looked fun.
Yeah, it won't be too deep. It would just be, it'd be what you want it to be.
It'll be chatting shit and beating up stupid voxel monsters, won't it?
And then they'll do 600 expansions like they did for their first one, I would have thought. After that, we had Magicians, the Devil's Deal, boys. This was, I think, was this the Focus Home one? Am I right thinking that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's coming next year. This is Game Pass, and it looked like you are doing some magic shit. There's some combat they showed at the end of the trailer. It looked very flashy and very cool, I thought. Maybe a bit like, what was that Harry Potter game we had last year? The year before, Hogwarts Legacy. Maybe a bit of that.
I get like Bioshocky and
Yeah.
that like also ends the show nearly vibes from it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, looked really cool, I thought. Kind of one of those out of nowhere. It's one of them on Game Pass. This could be very good, or it could be a swimming in sevens, right? So we see what it actually looks like. But that
Focus Home is a weird like publisher in it sort of thing. They never really seem to have any like super standout games, but they always have like.
Didn't they do Did not do Expedition 33?
Yeah, something like that.
No, that wasn't Focus Home. That was who was that?
Kepler were the developer, weren't they? I thought Focus published it.
No, Kepler was the publisher.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, Samford was the developer. Yeah, Kepler Interactive was the publisher.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. Who I believe are also French. So there you go. Yeah. No, London and Singapore. So.
This has been made by an Australian team.
Yeah.
But talking about the French, Pengi.
Yes.
Valor Mortis, which looked like you were playing as like Napoleon or something to do with Napoleon.
Yeah, you're in a soldier in Napoleon's army, but it's like you die and you come back and everything's supernatural, and it's a first-person Souls-like.
From the creators of Ghost Runner.
That's
what it is. Play the Ghost Runners?
This is on Game Pass.
No, I didn't play.
Pengi, you were just saying you wanted Souls-like set in France.
Yes.
And this is apparently a Souls-like set in France.
Yeah.
It's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Are you going to give it a go?
You see the problem, though, Craig. It says Valor Mortis will be released on the 24th of September.
Yeah. It's unfortunate for it, isn't it?
I will be playing on a Musha. Sorry for it. But it is on Game Pass, so you can obviously go back to it unless it's only on there for like 6 months of subbing, and I never get around to it. But it is on Game Pass. The demo is up on Steam, so maybe I download the demo and give it a go and go from there.
Give it a go. We'll check back in next week, Pengi. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not sure about first-person Souls, but yes, it's a different setting, so that does give me. I am more excited for this than like the Wu Long game because this is different.
At least it's different indeed. We then had another update for the Elder Scrolls Online, which we don't care about. We had an update for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, which again we don't care about, but it looked bloody pretty. Those US national parks.
You can go to Zion National Park, which I went to a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Got really drunk.
very cool, but
Yeah,
again, not
not
for
for
us.
us, no.
And where Winds Meet was shown, and again, none of us care.
And that
if
is
anyone
now
cared, it'd be
available
Pengi.
on Xbox and Xbox whatever. It came out today.
Yeah, I don't even know if Deirdre played that one. I can't remember. But back to stuff that we could care about. We had Castlevania, Belmont's Curse, which was first shown at the Sony show, right, with the
Yeah.
Konami bit during it.
Yes.
But we now get the release date announced here at the Xbox show, and the release date is October 15th, 2026.
Which I don't think there's that much around there. I think that's like
No,
it.
they might have nailed it there. They might have done well.
And I've got a thing. I had a notification earlier as well because I got it on my wish list. It is $24.99 on PS5
Ooh, that's
Like
for
good.
the
to
For
hear.
standard edition, and $34.99 for the midnight edition,
Fair
which
play
comes
to
with a
them.
Trevor costume and a Sylphia costume and some relic and some digital art. But yeah, $24.99.
Well, it's
Oh, good.
$24.98 on the Xbox store.
Oh,
Conversion,
Bargain.
save a penny.
But this looked very
Same
good
fan.
again, right? Looked very stylish.
yes.
This is points. So get me a lot of points from fantasy, definitely. I feel.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I think I'm going to need with some of my delays.
Mm.
Then after that we had Vivarium. I think I'm saying that
Yes.
right.
Yeah, you know.
You're in a tight. Yeah, I was gonna say totalitarian, but that's wrong.
Yeah. This is a Game Pass game for next year with a very pretty, like, old-fashioned anime art style.
Yeah, Studio Ghibli like thing, like the
Oh, it's
trailer bit is that.
Classic 80s anime. This and Orbitals are really, really tickling my fancy with their art styles, boys, I
Yeah.
must say.
I'm getting my neighbour Totoro, the one
Yeah,
thing she's talking.
I'm not
with,
one
like,
for,
I don't know what it is.
I'm not one for life sims, but I would be interested to give this a go purely based on the fact it's on Game Pass and it's that art style. I really, really like it.
Yeah, because there's some sort of time like thing. So
It's got a
like I said,
non-linear
it looks-
narrative shaped by your choices.
There you go.
There we go.
Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Pengi, do you like the look of this?
Yeah, I like the look of this. It's just one of the better thing, or not better thing show, but like more interesting things. So I was like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
I put it on my wish list. They didn't ask me to wish list it, but I wish listed it.
God, after this we had Persona 6 was announced. I feel like they've announced this too soon. I know they haven't because it's going to sell regardless, but like they didn't really show anything. It was just like a little kind of
They were
teaser.
fed up with the leaks, weren't they? That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. It's like these shows. If you've ever had like Phil talk to him about them and stuff like, he's like they're put together like 12 months in advance almost. You do the one, you're already planning for the next one and stuff like that. Where you got to put in them and things like that. But I do feel like what you're saying, Dave, with all the leaks and stuff on the Chinese Twitter or whatever it was thing, it's like I feel they've just put it here. Right, it's real. There we go. But now, anytime we do see a leak or everything now, it says like, is that a real leak? We know the game's real, that sort of thing.
Yeah. The most exciting thing, Craig, other than it being a new Persona game, is it's coming to Game Pass on day one. So, and it looks like it's got a much spookier vibe. So I'm very intrigued. Very intrigued. There's been 5 came out in 2017 in the West. So
Yeah.
it's going to be at least 10 years between them. I think it came out in 2016 in Japan, I think.
I think this will be 2028 though.
I
They
think-
get Persona 4
yeah.
next year, and then maybe even later than that. But
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool that we know it's coming. It's cool that we know it's coming to Game Pass. I think, like I said, this Sega relationship is going far at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, you seem to really like Game Pass at the Sega house at the moment. Then we had Spyro Boys. Realm Reborn. This was from Activision, it said. Did it actually say if it was Toys for Bob?
It is
at any
Toys for
point?
Bob, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
everyone just assumed that was a fit.
Yeah, it said at the very end of the
I see it
trailer
there.
for about a second, but yeah, it's confirmed
Yeah.
it here.
There's a lot of speculation that there'd be a new Spyro game, and that's what Toys for Bob will be working on, and now we know. And this is spring next year.
Can't
which
wait.
is cool, and this obviously
Can't wait.
be Game Pass, and this is a very cool announcement. Yeah, I mean, they showed a little bit of gameplay at the end, but Toys for Bob are renowned, right, for very good at these sorts of games, so I think this is going to be pretty high quality, right, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did they
it does look
do?
good.
Did Toys for Bob end up doing Crash 4? It was that, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
Crash 4 was really freaking good. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of those that even if you're not a previous Crash fan, if you get the urge to play a platformer, it's very high on the recommend list. It's very, very, very high quality. Just don't go for the 100% because it's borderline impossible. But yeah, no, what they showed looks interesting. Again, it's more games for Game Pass next year. Lot of cool platformers. You know, I love a platformer, so I'm very excited for this. Very, very excited.
Yeah. Are you a Spyro guy, Pengi?
Not as much as Crash, but I do like Spyro. Obviously it's on Game Pass. If it wasn't on Game Pass, I think I would actually get this on Switch too. Thing. I just like a platformer. It's that sort of thing. You could do a level and
It's
sort of
perfect for
thing,
your
but yes.
ROG, Pengi. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I could play it on the ROG. Yes.
Get the rog out. Then we had another look at Clockwork Revolution, boys, which we've seen quite a few times before. This looked very good. I thought the gameplay, the gunplay looked absolutely brilliant. Again, interesting setup with you being the kind of the thief and that does make it, I think, make it quite interesting when you have the choices and all of that sort of thing. 'Cause you think, well, if you're just like a rogue thief anyway, fuck doing the right thing, boys. Let's just do the wrong thing, right? Because whenever you
Neat
play these
little-
RPGs, you always try and do the right thing, right? You try to be the good guy. It's almost like the setup for this is just fuck everyone, which could make things interesting. And they finally announced that this will be next year because every time they showed this, they always either coming in when it's ready or in due time or all that, right? Whereas now they have said it is going to be 2027, and this is also a Xbox console exclusive apparently, and obviously it will be Game Pass. So there's quite a lot of stuff they've announced here for 2027, and I thought this looked very good. What did you think of Clockwork Revolution, Peggy?
Yeah, this like it looked a little bit like that Magician game. All that looks similar to this, but this looks much more polished. Obviously, it's got slight, I guess, Dishonored, Bioshocky type vibes as well, and sort of thing. So yeah, I do really like the look of this one, and always a Western RPG is always cool to play now and again. So yes, it's one I think coming 2027, maybe a late 2027 game or something. Because
It says
last
spring.
time did they say spring?
Mm-hmm.
It just says 2027 in the trailer.
What I've got is says spring.
Because last year they put coming in due time, and they've now got coming in 2027. So yeah, we will see on this one.
What about you, Dave? Did you like the look of Clockwork Revolution again?
Yeah, I thought it looked really, 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 really high quality. To be honest with you, it's one of those. It's where they've shown it a few times. It's always looked pretty good, but it's continued to look good. Looks like an interesting world, interesting characters. It's got that kind of weird Britishy humour. I don't think NX are British, but you never know. It's obviously a very different game for them. But yeah, no, it looks cool. Again, it's another console exclusive, so that's exciting. They have done quite a lot of interviews after this show, which I can go through if you want. There's only two things you want to know. They're staying exclusive. The two games they said it's not timed. And everyone at the show, Craigo, they gave the fucking 25 edition console for free. Bastards. The rich get richer. But I think Revolution looks really good. What about you, Craigo?
Yeah, it looks great. It looks good every time they showed it. It's exciting. I've never played an NXR game because they're like PC games. It's cool to see them
Wasteland 3 was really good on Xbox.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
It's good to see them doing a bit more console-y, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, very exciting. Because I know those games are meant to be very, very deep, right? So just make you wonder how deep this is going to be. And then to end the show, we had Modern Warfare 4. I'm not even sure what they were showing, to be honest with you.
It's,
the DMC mode.
It's their marathon mode.
Oh, is that what this was?
Yeah, but it's just one mode. It's not the whole game.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I guess if just that one mode, that's cool. The people that like that.
Yeah, so you're getting the single player campaign, DMC, and multiplayer at this time. Well, the last one did have like a extraction mode, didn't it? And people didn't like it in Black Ops.
I think it wasn't like weirdly in the campaign, wasn't it? Like the end.
Yeah, it was after he did the. It's called Endgames. After he did the campaign, but obviously this is of his own thing that they're doing, which obviously could work out and stuff. people like zombies, which obviously has been in CODs and stuff before. I don't know if they was it like a bit like not a horde mode, because it's what zombies. What was the other thing? Stealth Ops or Spec Ops or something? That was
Yeah,
in
I think they've done DMZ before as well. I don't know. I'm not that hot on
Yeah.
the Infinity Ward Call of Duties really. Like I play the campaign and a bit of multiplayer, and I'm out really. To be honest.
Yeah, same here pretty much. But yeah, this is their extraction shooter.
There we go. That's the show.
Excellent. That was the show, boys. That was the Xbox show shenanigans. What did you think of it, Davey?
Yeah, I mean, a pretty incredible show. Like when you see that list of games that you've just listed off there is so much coming. A lot of it on Game Pass. I think it was cool to see a console again. I think honestly, I'm on our scale, it's probably a 4.8. The 2 points of lost is from having Call of Duty as the ender, because they did it last year and no one liked it. It's probably the worst thing they showed. If they'd ended on Clockwork Revolution, I'd have been happy enough. But yeah, the COD DMZ mode probably just knocks it down to a 4.8 for me. But there's not much else they could have said, to be completely honest. You're looking at this list of games. Most of them are some dates as well. So yeah, pretty exciting. What about you, Craigo?
Yeah, I thought it was a really good show. Kind of lived up to the expectations, and they have kind of had a consistently good showing at their big summer blowout shows in the last 4 to 5 years, right? I think we got dates for a lot of stuff that we wanted dates for. They set up next year really well as well. I think, in fairness to Xbox, they announced quite a lot of first-party stuff next year, which I guess we know the cadence now of how it works. That at the underscore developer direct, which will undoubtedly get one in January, where we're going to more depth for some of these games. Yeah, I thought it was very, very good. And I think Gears was obviously meant to be the big kind of draw and highlight, and I thought Gears looked brilliant. I'd probably go for like a 4.5 or something like that, I reckon. For this show, what about you, Pengi? What did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was overall a pretty decent show. A lot of Game Pass stuff that I want to play. Obviously, I can play them on PC Game Pass and stuff like that. So a lot of that game, not a per month sort of thing, but almost. So that's a good thing, and it keeps me like subbing. I want to sub this month because Plague Tale's here, and this month's Persona and stuff like that. So yeah, that's good. I think they. To me, again, I'm not the biggest Gears fan. They've lacked that big WoW thing compared to like Jeff with like Final Fantasy, and that was that sort of thing was missing. I still think it was like a 3.5 out of 5 sort of show. There's still plenty there I liked.
Excellent, and that is the SGF so far, boys. It's been probably one of the best years we've had in terms of like consistent shows, right?
Yes.
The fact that we're all enjoying every show so far is good, right? 'Cause that doesn't normally happen.
No, one's normally pretty bad. Maybe Nintendo will be the bad one.
Yeah,
I doubt it. But
maybe we'll get to Nintendo, but I doubt it. Yeah.
Well, there we go. That's the show. So thank you for watching. And we'll be back next week. If Nintendo do a show, we may do a midweek one. If not, it will be the usual scheduled viewing next week. But yeah, that's all from us.
Bye.